Hi, welcome to my demo of HTML5 canvas. Today I'm going to show you a major demo of mine. It's called dominos effect. If you remember what's a domino, I'm not going to use any picture as such because that was my intention. I wanted to make a colorful domino set that kinds of falls down but simulated as usual in canvas 2D context. And keys to over here, and please do visit https://sites.google.com/site/keys2 for all the code. This is tutorial 5 and it will be under just JavaScript section. All the code available here is for free and without any license. Like as usual, I have divided the code in such a way that it will be in step 1, 2 and 3, and today's effect will be this. The frames per second would be perfectly matched if you use i9, so I would recommend to use i9. It will work in any other browser except for Opera, maybe. I guess there is some problem with Opera because it works in all other browsers. This square effect plus the color plus the whitening sections and the blurring part is what I'm going to explain right now till the fall. Okay, now starting with step 1, our base code. As usual in all the tutorials, it's the same base code required. And yep, start with data type heads and then body, get the width and height, call a single main to draw the canvas and then alter the canvas. I'm using the standard code as before for width and height, frame rate, print, get random, get negate, color to hex, literally all the functions, initiate frames per second, update frames per second, draw the canvas, okay, and alter the canvas. As of now this code is blank. This function will not be used right now. You will know why, because it's a repaint over and over, so yep, you won't be using this. Next we'll call draw and redraw as usual. Redraw will be placed under the interval, so that only the code that requires processing will be under redraw. As usual, get the context before doing, check whether the browser has it or not, otherwise print no HTML5. Moving on to step 2. Okay, now to generate that effect which I showed you right now, first we need to build a tray of icons, that is a tray of boxes. This tray, it has nothing, it's just a tray. So to do that, first we are going to just draw it, nothing much, we're just going to draw. Okay, so first, to bring the canvas down, that is downwards, this Y location, so I have created a initial CTX context Y location and the square box size. This box size, I wanted to control it easier, so yes, I have created a global variable where I can set the box size. Fine. And over here in the draw, before that let me come back here. In canvas.getContext, after that I give a shadow color of FFFF, a shadow blur of 5, light touch of alpha. As of now I have set it to 1 so that you can see those boxes, otherwise I will set it to 0, and as usual I will play with it over here in the redraw functionality. First in draw, what I have done is the rectangle location function will always start from here, so I will be redrawing line by line over here, here, and I'll have a random translation of Y for every single box which I will loop through. Okay, I have if you note, I have stopped the width, I have stopped the height and width at a limit so that I don't see the scroll bar, so it's going to stop over here. So this will already be my default height. Remember, I have already done the -40 so that I can see the frame rate at the bottom. So that again minus the square box size, that is, I want this box to appear here at least. I need it to stop there so that it doesn't look as if it's going down. So this total height, whatever has been calculated, minus the square box size will give me the limit to stop at. Remember, I am doing a draw and there is no real way of stopping it. I cannot use point in path, that is because I am not stroking anything. I am just drawing some frames. Right, now where is that? The location will be 0 until I reach my width. Now I have to draw the box from left to right until I reach my width. Okay, I will fill rectangle with the square box size. I can remember square, so x and y will be the same, and x location will be this point x, and y will be 0, so I'll be drawing 30 comma 30. So it will be 0 comma x location I'm increasing, so first is 0 comma 0, next is this will be 30 comma 0, y I'm not changing, I will draw till 30 comma 30, that is the square box size that I have assumed over here. Okay, so I will draw till that 30 and I'll increment the rectangular x location of fill rect by the square box size so that it's uniform all over. I guess this is simple. Moving on to the final step. Now if this part you have understood and this part you have understood, okay, next would be this logic. Remember I told you initially the y location I'm going to stop height minus square box size, that's where I need to stop. So as long as the redraw function is called until height minus square box size, it will keep on running under the set interval that I have set here, redraw. I have set it at a very low rate so that it looks a little nice. This rate and your browser graphics card should show a beautiful slow movement downwards like how it happened in my machine, hopefully. Otherwise you can go ahead and increase this frames per means this millisecond, just in case your accelerator is too fast for IE9. I would recommend IE9 for this. Chrome is also too fast for this, but since the shadow white tint does not fall in Chrome, since there is a bug, for to see it and render it properly, IE9 would be the best suited browser as of now. First is rectangular location will be 0, and remember I'll update it till the square box size. The intention is to draw here, left to right until I reach the bottom. Okay, so that is the y location, right? And remember I have taken a random value till 5 scale to go down to the bottom, that is the y location. I'm increasing it. Okay, each time I translate I increase the y location. Now I want a shadow glitter, so I've used my random and color to hex functionality, ctx.shadow color. First I had given it white, but I wanted that also to be random. Since other browsers won't render it properly, please use IE9 to see the real effect of this. Global alpha, I'm incrementing it so that it gets bolder while it goes down. This is my own counter as usual. Okay, then I'm going to transform it randomly, the same random value which I increase the y location, my controller, and this is scale of 1 of 1, so it's going to be remain the same, so I can paint in the same location if I want to. Okay, so that should be exactly what I'm doing over here, which is this same, so I don't need to move the paint wherever I like. I don't need to modify these location values. Okay, now next is I transform. So I guess this part you should have understood. Coming to this small logic that has been applied to give that slight effect. Now if the location is less than the width, that means the same idea, location is less than the width, I am getting a get random. If you remember my get random function, so 0.5 to 0.6, this is I am using global composition operations. There are many items in there. Please go ahead and visit that in several websites that will provide you what are all the possible values for global composite operation. I wanted to give it an XOR so that it doesn't go too bright, and when I prefer it, I want it to be lighter, so that some places it looks as if it got bright and some places it looks as if it got dull. Remember the whole thing is random, so it will look really random. Okay, so remember now what I have done is I have only set the shadow color. I have not filled the box yet, so I have just filled the edges of the box. I have not really filled the box, this box I have not really filled it. So again give the fill style as the some random value and color to hex as usual, and fill the rectangle. Remember I can just do the same thing at the same location. This choice of 0.5 and 0.6 is, well, again it depends on how I wanted it, the dominos to flow downwards. Remember the global alpha is increased either way, but this part is to just give it a offset. So what I wanted is one domino should go faster, one should go slower, something medium and something little faster. But again, when it goes down, I wanted even the coloring to change. Okay, so when it does render, it will it will print the uh, new box. When it gets over here, it will change that box location lighter. If it gets over here, say this both doesn't meet, it will make it little duller. So yes, this small logic is more than enough. I'll increment return till the square box size as done in draw. So this will be done again and again until I reach the bottom edge. I'll update the frames per second, right? Remember, I'm updating it within the check so that I don't waste my setter interval calculating frames per second for something that is nothing is rendered. And yes, and that's about it, and you'll get if you remember, some of the boxes get offset properly. You can see the black places, some get lighter in some locations, so that condition is met, and yes, voila, it stops. Thank you for watching my demo on dominos. This is tutorial 5, keys to over here. All code is available again, like I said, on https://sites.google.com/sites/keys2 under the just JavaScript function section. Thank you for watching.